Well, hey there everyone, John from the Travel Buzz, and welcome to this video where we're going to give you a little look and a quick review of Sanaa, one of my favorite restaurants here at Walt Disney World. It is at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, so stay tuned for Sanaa. As always, we appreciate you being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We are so glad you're here. So we'll be right back with our review of Sanaa. So one of the cool things about Sanaa is its setting here at Animal Kingdom Lodge. You can see the zebras over here hanging out on one side of the savannah. But what an incredible place Animal Kingdom Lodge is to stay. Got this beautiful savannah outside your room, and I don't think I can see them from where I'm standing right here, but there's 3 or 4 giraffes that have just walked past the other direction. But I'm sitting over here kind of watching the zebras and waiting for our table to be ready at Sanaa. You can actually view the savannah from right out the window at the restaurant, which is located right below me. And so that's one of the really cool things about eating at Sanaa, is you're right there with the view out the window of the savannah. Just a great setting for a meal. All right, so we're back here with our review of Sanaa, and what a great restaurant this is at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Just an incredible setting for the restaurant here. And so I was called back. I actually just joined the walk-up list on the Disney World app. If you don't know, you can join the walk-up list if it's available at restaurants. It told me it was like a 55-minute wait. I think it took me about 25 minutes is all. And I got the text that my table was ready. So I headed downstairs to the restaurant. Now, one thing I'll remember about the location, or that I want to say about the location of this restaurant, it is at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, which is, there's 2 sections to Animal Kingdom Lodge. There's the main building, which is Jambo House. And that Jambo House has both a hotel side and a DVC side, which are villas, studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom. And then Kidani Village is about a 10-minute walk from Jambo House, or there are buses and things that run there, and all the park buses run to Kidani Village as well. And it is all DVC property. And Sanaa is at Kidani Village. It's actually the only restaurant at Kidani Village. There's no quick service there. So Sanaa serves breakfast, which is more of a quick service option, and then they serve table service meal at lunch and dinner. So I was led to my table at Sanaa, and I'm going to put some video in here as I talk. And as you can see, they gave me a table right by the windows. And what's great about Sanaa is you are seated right by these windows on the resort on the lower level, right on the savannah. So it's such a cool setting and experience. And so we saw animals walk by, and I'll have some of those clips in here as we go throughout the meal, because we had some animal action, and then towards the end of the meal, food was put out or something, and the animals all came walking across, and it was so cool. But there's that was kind of about the setting. Now, as far as the menu goes here, and I'll scroll the menu down the screen here. And feel free to pause it if you need to look at various things on the menu. But there are a few appetizer options. The one thing that is kind of not to be missed here is the Indian style bread service. This is unlike anything else you're going to find at Disney World. And just such a unique bread service. It's $22 for the entire bread service. It will easily be an appetizer for a family of 4, maybe even 5. If you've got more than that, I would consider doing 2 of them. Obviously, it's a little bit pricey for a bread service, but it is 5 big pieces of naan bread. It's an Indian style bread service. 5 big pieces of the bread, and there are 9 different dips, or they call them accompaniments, that come with that naan bread, and it is phenomenal. They will explain each of those dips to you in detail. They'll kind of tell you where they rate from spicy to not spicy at all. And then they'll kind of set you free. Each of the pieces of naan bread is a little different. There are different styles. One of the things I've done when I've been there with maybe a group, I think I was there with a group of 6, we did the bread service, and then they let us just add on a couple, maybe 2 or 3 extra pieces of the naan bread, because we had enough of the dips to kind of share. But you get this plate of dips. It is so cool, and I will obviously have that up on the screen here. But that naan bread is delicious. There's 5 different types of it. You can find the sauces that you like, and there might be some that you don't like, but there's 9 options. Such a cool thing for the table. Such a good experience. I just can't speak highly enough of the bread service. And so that's kind of what I started with. I'm scrolling through my pictures here and videos, make sure I hit on everything. So I really wasn't sure, just being there by myself. I did the bread service because I know it's incredible, but $22 is a lot. And so, but I did decide on a meal. I wanted to try the butter chicken. So what you do when you're picking your meal here in that section of the meal, they do have a couple other things on the menu, steak, and there's a burger at lunch, not at dinner. There's a tandoori chicken dish. But I really like the butter chicken here. And there's a couple other meat options that you can select, but it's kind of a build your own meal. They call it the Pochi inspired, and so you'll see you pick a what they call a journey, which is butter chicken. There's seafood curry, there's braised beef, and there's pork vegetables. And so you pick what they call a journey, which is your main dish: butter chicken, seafood curry, braised beef, pork vindaloo. And so you pick one of those. I picked the butter chicken. And then there are 4 what they call the harvest, which are kind of your side options. I don't remember exactly what all these are. Masala, wiki, chickpea wat, and lentil dal. You can tell what a couple of those are. I ended up with the rajma masala, which is a bean, kind of like red beans and spices and things like that. That's what my server recommended. And it also comes with rice with all of these options. And so I did select the beans, and she said they were kind of spicy. I didn't get a lot of spice out of them. But overall, this meal it's a good amount of food, and you can kind of do this how you want, mixing the rice and the beans and the butter chicken. The butter chicken, delicious. That's something I would order again and again here. Very flavorful. The chicken is cooked perfectly. I love the butter chicken. The sides that I've had here, they're just okay, and that's part of why the bread service is. That's part of why I love getting the bread services, because that's really the rest of my meal. Putting a piece of the butter chicken on a little piece of the naan bread that I had left was delicious with that butter chicken sauce. There's just you can kind of do what you want with the meal, and that's kind of a nice thing about this. And so overall, the main entree was really good in terms of the butter chicken. I would definitely get that again. Overall, just a great experience at Sanaa. Just the ambiance and the whole setting of the restaurant is really, really cool. Now, I will tell you, I was fortunate to get seated by a window. There's obviously no guarantee that you're going to get seated right up next to a window like I did. Most of the tables in the restaurant have some view out the window. There are a few that are probably so far away you can't see outside at all, or very, very little. And so that's kind of luck of the draw, and so that's just something to be aware of. I would manage your expectations on that. And if you get fortunate enough to have a seat where you can really see that savannah, that's great. I also don't think it's a bad thing to, ask the host at check-in. if it's possible. They may say yes, but you've got to wait maybe another 20 minutes or so till one of those opens, and you can decide if you want to do that or not. Again, some of those, it's one of those things that never hurts to ask, but that definitely can make your experience a little bit better. So all that said, Sanaa is a great option. It is a little bit different than a majority of the sit-down meals at Disney World. It's very it's very themed in terms of the menu, and I think that's a good thing. That's why we take our families and go experience these things is to get to be exposed to different things. That's why you travel, and I think that's a good part about eating at Sanaa, and I think Animal Kingdom Lodge in general does that just across their property. I also want to mention, in terms of kids, Sanaa does a really nice job, as all Disney restaurants do. They have some options for maybe if you have kids that are picky eaters. They have a pizza option, they have a cheeseburger option, but they also have some options for kids who do want to, again, eat some of the food that Sanaa is known for. They've got a buttered chicken option for the kids, and they have, I believe, a fish of the day option for the kids. And so it's really nice if you've got some picky eaters. Disney's typically always going to have some things on the menu for them. No matter how adventurous the menu is in general, Disney is going to have some options for kids who are a little more picky. But then they also do a good job of, like, the kids can get a buttered chicken entree here, which I think like my own kids, I've got one of them that would enjoy that, and I think that would be good for them. And so, just keep in mind, Disney will have those options covered. Now, for adults, it is a little adventurous, and they don't have a lot of those options to help adults out. I think the tandoori chicken is probably going to be maybe what I would say is the most normal. The tandoori chicken just comes with traditional naan, and then this chicken that's been in the tandoor oven, and so I think that could be, you can at least make that a little bit more normal. But again, be adventurous. Go get it. Try something new. The food is delicious here. I think, again, not only here, but other places at Animal Kingdom Lodge, back at Jumbo House, Boma and Jico, do a fantastic job of embracing this culture and making you really enjoy eating this food from that Indian and African culture. So, again, overall, I also will mention my service on this visit was fantastic. I had a waiter. She was great in terms of making sure I had what I wanted. She explained the menu to me. It had been a few years since I'd been here, and so things like those sides, the names don't really tell you what they are. And so she was able to easily explain that to me. They have a section on the menu on the right that kind of explains some of the terms, but she was able to really explain it well to me and make some recommendations. And so don't hesitate to ask them for that. But she was great throughout the meal, just in terms of being attentive and quick to have what I needed and all those kind of things. So again, love Sanaa, great setting, great food in most cases, and highly recommend it to you. So thanks for being here for this review of Sanaa at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village. We appreciate you viewing the channel. If you ever need help planning a Disney trip, our travel agents at our sponsor, Big Dreams Travel, would love to help you, and it costs you nothing. You get, how many things in life do you get a professional on your side, in your corner, that's helping you every step of the way, and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you any more than you were already paying. Take advantage of their services. You won't regret it. And make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and we will see you guys next time.